Thanks for tuning in to Talk It Out with Pritika Kharkwal, a place to hear stories, experiences, and impact in the fields of mentoring and mental health. These two are one of the most important causes for today's youth. I'm your host, Pritika Kharkwal, a current high schooler who is a passionate advocate for these causes and is here to provide you with a place to hear and learn from the inspiring experiences of our guests. Today, I'm the guest. I'm about to share a very life changing story, which I've shared across many platforms, including last year at the 2023 National Mentoring Summit, where I received the Excellence in Mentoring Award for Corporate Youth Leadership. This particular incident showed me the immense power of kindness and mentoring. It was sophomore year of high school, and I was in one of my classes. One of my classmates didn't look like her usual self. Her left foot was slightly shaking, with her face red, head down, mood off, and eyes holding back tears. Her hesitant smile seemed to be concealing something bigger. I wanted to ask her if she was okay, but I didn't want to come off as rude or intrusive in someone's privacy. And that is what was holding me back. But I also couldn't just leave her alone. Then I remembered something my dad always told me. Put yourself in the shoes of the other person and think from their perspective. At the time, my classmate was a freshman, and I was a sophomore. So I put myself in her shoes and remembered how overwhelming freshman year was for me. I remember every quiz, every test gave me so much anxiety. Every hurtful word someone said hit like bullets to my heart and made me feel quite insecure and dejected. Why? Because change is not easy from middle school to high school, and it brings great anxiety. This moment of introspection made my reservations prior seem minuscule because I remember that when I faced anxiety as a freshman, I wish I had a peer who would have asked me, "Are you okay?" After class ended, I walked up to my classmate and asked, "Are you okay?" She immediately started tearing up and told me how she was getting bullied by a boy in the class for her grades and was constantly hiding from the boy and his friends in fear that they would tease her again. Immediately, I motivated her to never be defined by the negative words of others. I told her that nobody in the world has the authority nor power to make her feel bad about herself. Most importantly, I strongly encouraged her that if matters were escalating, be assertive and reach out to school administrators because things only get better when you speak up. I even added at the end, if you need any help with standing up to the bully, then please let me know. The girl nodded in agreement and walked away. At that time, I wasn't really sure if my words resonated with her, if I had overstepped my boundaries as a peer. I had just done what felt right at the moment. A few days passed, and to my surprise, I was called to the front office to meet my school's assistant principal. When I walked in, my principal told me how my motivation had influenced the girl to stand up for herself and reach out to school administrators, and now they were taking action against the bully. He appreciated this kindness and even mentioned how he often doesn't call people to his office for appreciation because peer mentoring and support was unfortunately not that common in high school. He added that the girl mentioned how she would have kept to herself, felt more anxious, and never reported had I not noticed and motivated her. This incident was one of the turning points in my life because I realized every positive step, no matter how big, no matter how small, has the potential to make the world of a difference in someone's life. What I had thought of as informal advice to a peer was actually pivotal in supporting her, so I could not even imagine the endless positive impacts of a true mentoring relationship. Mentoring holds great power because it breaks those barriers between people, cultivates meaningful connections, and supports everyone in those tough times. Specifically for youth, mentoring can support us through all times and be that friend, that companion, that support system we need when we're alone, when we need uplifting, or when we just need guidance. Also, this incident showed me the power of not just mentoring, but also the power of small acts of kindness and compassion on an everyday basis with those around you. Because that, in and of itself, is mentoring, specifically informal mentoring through day to day interactions and conversations. Most importantly, this incident is what encouraged me to continue mentoring and mental health advocacy, since mentoring is truly life changing. And that wraps up today's session with me, your host, Pritika Kharkwal, sharing my stories and experiences with mentoring. Remember, connecting with those around you holds great power and can change society for the better. Acts of kindness don't have to be long and strenuous. Rather, every little act of kindness we perform to those around us is instrumental in shaping society for the better. One step at a time, one interaction at a time, one peer support at a time. So, listeners, have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe to Talk It Out with Pratika Karkwal for more content like this, and please feel free to share your topic requests. And we'll see you next time.